Our virtual maquette software is a great way to present your project to potential buyers. It can include all the information you would typically use to sell condos, as well as some of the new features that weren't possible before, and present them all in a beautiful, easy-to-use touchscreen application. Our software puts floor plans, images, views, videos, and other information at your fingertips and is sure to wow anyone shopping for a condo. The main hub, tying all the parts together, is the 3D virtual maquette. It's like a real maquette, but it has some distinct advantages. First off, we can add color and simulate the way materials look in the real world. Second, we don't have to limit ourselves to just the building itself. We can add an entire city. We can even simulate different times of the day and see how shadows get cast, or when and where the sun sets. Navigating the scene is easy. Just swipe a finger on the screen, left or right, up or down. To zoom and move closer to the building, we can use a two-finger pinch gesture. Let's take a few minutes to go through the most requested features one by one. Even though all features are fixed in terms of the way they work, we can change the look and feel of the software to match your branding strategy. By changing the look and location of different UI elements, we can make our software match any style. In order to better understand your project, we will need at the very least some basic information. The logo and name of your project, the colors of your project, any fonts you would like to use, and any images you would like us to use. If you already have a website or brochure for your project, please let us know so we can match our software accordingly. Once we have this information, we will start to customize our software to fit your brand and will send you updates along the way. The condo search feature starts with a view of the building with all the condos highlighted. The basic navigation stays the same. We can move around the building by swiping our finger on the screen, and we can zoom in and out by using a pinch gesture. The search feature consists of the following elements: the search filters, the condo information, the Views button, the Floor Plan button, and the Back button. Let's start with the search filters. They're used to narrow down the condo selection based on different criteria, such as number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, price, and so forth. In the beginning, all filters are set to any, which means that no condos are being filtered. The building highlights all 520 condos. Let's say that we're only interested in seeing two-bedroom condos. We do this by tapping the button next to the bedrooms filter until it says 2. Now only condos with 2 bedrooms light up on the building. We can also see here that there are 253 that have 2 bedrooms. Let's narrow down the condos even further. Let's say that we only want to see 2-bedroom condos that have a west view. This time, we tap the buttons next to Orientation until it says West. Now there are only 155 condos left. Once we've sufficiently narrowed down our choice, we can go in and tap the condo we're interested in. When we tap, the view centers on this specific condo and we can see its information here. We see the condo number, the area, the floor it's on, and so forth. Notice that this condo has 2 bedrooms and has a view on the west, just like we asked for. When we tap on the condo, 2 more buttons lit up, one to show the floor plan for this condo and one to show the view. To reset the system and start over with all 520 condos, we can tap the Reset button, which takes us back to where we started. The floor plan browser allows us to quickly jump between different floor plans in a building. It consists of some basic elements. These are the floor plan, the floor plate, the condo information, the building view, the Views button, and the Back button. By looking at the condo information, we can see that we're looking at the plan for condo 3914, which has an area of 687 square feet, has a view on the west, has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and is on the 39th floor. Note that not all information has to be put in one area. In this case, we have most of the information here, but the condo type shows larger in the corner here. We can also see where the condo is located on the floor plate, as well as where the floor appears on the building. Let's say we're interested in viewing the first condo on this floor. We can do that by simply tapping the 01 on the floor plate. Instantly, all information changes to reflect the newly selected condo. This way, we can quickly jump from one condo to the next. A second way to change the floor plans is to simply swipe the floor plan off the screen. Swipe it one way to see one neighbor, swipe it the other to see the other neighbor. To change floors and see the neighbors above or below, simply swipe the floor plan up or down. Note that the floor indicator on the building view changes to indicate that we're on a different floor now. This way, we could move up or down the entire building. If we want to change many floors, though, this is not ideal. That's why we can also tap anywhere on the building view to quickly jump to the approximate floor. We can then slide the floor up or down in case we didn't hit the floor we wanted exactly. When we find a condo we're interested in, we can also see the approximate view from that condo by touching the Views button. We can change the appearance of the floor plan browser to match the style of your project. The image browser brings all the images of a project together to browse through them easily. In this case, we're showing a gallery menu with thumbnails that you can touch to enlarge. Once reviewing an image, we can browse to the other images by swiping a finger left and right, just like using an iPad. Touching the Back button returns us to the previous screen to pick another thumbnail. If there are 2 versions of an image, like a day and a night rendering of a terrace, a special icon will appear, indicating that we can swipe our finger up or down to change between versions of an image. In this case, we change the scene from night to day. This feature works great for day and night images, or several versions of the same kitchen with different finishes. We can change the appearance of the image browser to match the style of your project. Notice that even though the menu design is different, the basic elements are always there and the functionality is the same. The Points of Interest feature is used to show your project as it relates to its surroundings. The view here is farther away from the building, so we can see more of the neighborhood. On the left, we see different buttons that show different categories of points of interest, or POIs. Standard categories are access, anything that has to do with public transportation such as metro stations and bus lines, services such as post offices or banks, entertainment such as bars, restaurants, and cinemas, and education such as schools and universities. We can have a maximum of 5 categories with 5 POIs per category. Touching any of the category buttons will drop down all POIs in this category. Since we can still move our view, by swiping our fingers, we can get a good idea of the distance to our building. As an extra, we can make it so touching a POI brings up an image with more information. In this case, we show a train map and walking distance to the station. In some cases, it's preferable to use a map instead of a realistic presentation of the neighborhood. In those cases, the city will disappear to reveal the map and reappear when the user leaves the menu. A spin view tour is a convenient and user-friendly way to visit interior spaces. It allows a user to have a complete 360-degree view, left to right as well as up and down. Once we enter a spin view, we're fixed on a point inside the room. We can look through the whole space by moving our finger on the screen. On the bottom left, there's a small floor plan with an indicator, indicating our position in the room as well as the direction we're looking in. To tour several rooms, for example a complete condo, multiple spin views can be connected to each other. When we touch the red arrow, we move to the next spin view. Notice that since we're on a different floor, the floor plan has changed. Again, touching the arrow moves us to the next spin view. Notice that the indicator moves to the new position on the floor plan. The day and night slider lets you see a panoramic view during 2 different times of the day. Swiping a finger left or right makes the screen move as if we're standing at one point and looking around. Pressing and holding a finger on the screen for more than 2 seconds enlarges the image, zooming in on the view. To switch from time of day, we can swipe a finger on the right side of the screen. We can see the sky turning darker until the view turns into a night view. Again, we can look around by swiping our finger, or zoom in by touching and holding for more than 2 seconds. Notice the compass heading at the bottom of the screen, indicating in which direction we are looking.